Hello, my name is Dr. Chris Williams, and I'm your host on Well Again. Well Again is your health magazine program, online health magazine program, in which we look at fail-proof principles and protocols for regaining health and retaining health. You're welcome. Excuse me. Today we are discussing something that has to do with everybody. Somebody says why? And it's because the more people we can reach, the better for you and I. We are discussing sleep. We are discussing insomnia, how inability to sleep affects people, and how we can deal with it. So our topic today is inability to sleep, handling it naturally. Inability to sleep, handling it naturally. We consider inability to sleep a situation in which somebody is not able to have a complete uninterrupted sleep throughout the night. If throughout the night somebody is unable to have a complete uninterrupted sleep, we say the person is battling inability to sleep. Now, in medicine, if that has gone on for 3 to 4 weeks, we say there's a situation of chronic insomnia. That's inability to sleep effectively and productively for upwards of 3 to 4 weeks. We say the person is battling chronic insomnia. Inability to sleep presents in different ways, about 3 of them. The first way in which it presents is difficulty in falling asleep. So some people just lie in bed and they are there several hours before they are able to fall asleep. Okay, and then some people will fall asleep early, but they are not able to remain asleep. Okay, so they wake up around about 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then they begin to count the ceiling, or they begin to count the cars that are passing. And then some persons, we also describe inability to sleep as when somebody wakes up, maybe the person went to wee, and then or something or the other wakes up the person. Inability to fall back into sleep, even though the person wants to have more sleep, even though the time for the person to wake up has not come, but the person finds it difficult to go back to sleep. We also consider that inability to sleep. Okay, so 3 forms: failure to fall asleep early, failure to maintain or continue to sleep, and then failure to fall back to sleep when sleep is interrupted. Okay, it looks so unassuming. It looks like it's an everything thing. It doesn't matter. But unserious as it may appear, inability to sleep is a very serious thing, especially if it's chronic, because it is telling us that something serious or something even sinister medically may be going wrong in the person's body. It's often an indication that something serious is seriously wrong. There's a serious medical disorder underlying somewhere. Now, what are the causes of inability to sleep? They may be psychological, okay, maybe depression, anxiety, or stress, unabating stress, continuous stress, or grief. The person has a loss of something, loss of a family member, loss of loved ones, loss of a job, loss of a business. So they go into this depression and they are unable to sleep. Psychological. It can also be physiological and physical. For instance, if somebody is having pain from arthritis or a difficulty in breathing from asthma, they may suffer inability to sleep. Also, hypoglycemia, that's blood sugar getting too low in the middle of the night, can interrupt somebody's sleep. Okay, so we call that hypoglycemia. Hyperthyroidism is also a situation that's the thyroid gland is functioning more than it should be functioning. It can produce inability to sleep. Indigestion, if somebody has eaten too much or too large, or they ate something that is not right for their system and they are not digesting well, it can keep them from sleeping. Okay, disorders of the kidney, the liver, and the heart can also cause inability to sleep. Now, aches and pains, generalized body aches and pain can cause inability to sleep. Also, consumption of caffeine, of alcohol, of drugs can also cause inability to sleep. If somebody is battling jet lag, they have traveled for a long time, they have traveled over time zones, and then they arrive, they wake up, they sleep, they do their night at a particular night time zone, and then they wake up in another night time zone. It can cause jet lag, and they are not able to sleep. The use of drugs like phenytoin is used especially to treat epilepsy. Such drugs and drugs like pseudoephedrine. Pseudoephedrine is most common. It's commonly used to prepare decongestants, nasal decongestants. They can cause inability to sleep. So what they do with such things is that they add things that can make people sleep. But pseudoephedrine on its own can cause you to be awake all night. Okay, if somebody is having a treatment that involves thyroid hormone replacement, it can cause inability to sleep. Restless leg syndrome. There's something called restless leg syndrome. All night, the person's leg will be paining them. They are feeling very much discomfort in their legs. The leg is peppering, it is painful, it is tingling, it's cranky and all that. And then the person all night is trying to stretch their legs. Some people will even station a fan on their legs. That's restless leg syndrome, and it can cause inability to sleep. By the way, if you just taking magnesium can help you deal with restless leg syndrome. Okay, lack of calcium or magnesium can also lead to inability to sleep. There's one called sleep apnea. We'll talk about it. And then we have said that systemic disorders affecting the brain, affecting the kidneys, the liver, the heart, affecting the pancreas, affecting the gastrointestinal system, and the endocrine system at large can cause inability to sleep. Okay, also sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition. It happens more in people who are obese, and it's a condition where the diaphragm, you see here, right under your chest cage, there's a tissue, I should call it, that separates, or a fascia, I should call it, that separates your lung area, your rib cage from your abdominal cage. Okay, it is called the diaphragm. When you breathe, it stretches out. When you breathe in, it stretches out. When you breathe out, it's curves like that. Now, in people who are obese, the diaphragm can be cushioned with so much fat that it is difficult for the diaphragm to stretch out and stretch back, stretch out and stretch back like it should be doing. In such people, that can lead to sleep apnea. And in sleep apnea, the sufferers actually will, while they are sleeping, they could come to a place where they stop breathing for like a minute or two, and then they will jack, because of the low oxygen. During that time, when they stop breathing, they will jack out of sleep, and then they will also go back. So people who have bad sleep apneas, they can do that, get into a time where they are not breathing, oxygen gets low, their brain begins to lack oxygen, and then feeling like suffocating, they will wake up back and then breathing again, and then they just continue just like that. Okay, so that's sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can happen almost 50 times, 100 times, sometimes 200 times in the middle of an 8-hour night. Okay, and I mean, you can imagine somebody is jacking awake all night, that they are not really having a good sleep. If you are battling sleep apnea, it's something that you need to deal with very, very seriously. Okay, so what are the effects of insomnia or inability to sleep? It can destroy the health that we have talked about. We said that insomnia is it's oftentimes a sign of a bigger health problem. It's oftentimes a sign of a bigger health problem, insomnia. And then if it is there and it does not abate, it's not dealt with, it can lead to greater health problems. Okay, so insomnia, whichever way you look at it, can destroy somebody's health. Also, it can destroy somebody's relationship, because when you are not sleeping well, you are not well rested, and then the person is not in the right mood all day, they are not in their right emotion, they begin to do things that are out of sync with their nature, with the person that they are, and it can destroy their relationship. It can also affect our productivity and destroy our productivity. There are two levels of sleep. There's the rapid eye movement, and there's the non-rapid eye movement. Rapid eye movement and non-rapid eye movement. The rapid eye movement, which is called the REM sleep, has about 5 stages of them. 2 light stages 1 and 2 light, and then stages 2 and 4 light. Okay, so it's somewhere within these 5 stages of the REM sleep that dreams usually take place. Okay, and then people who do not have good night rest, they are not able to get the best of REM sleeps. And REM sleep is what is magical about sleep. Okay, is the REM part of sleep that is magical about sleep, that is therapeutic about sleep, that rejuvenates you about sleep. Now, if somebody is not able to access the REM sleep effectively while sleeping, they are not able, so the sleep will not be refreshing for them. It will not be effective to them. Usually, going between the REM sleep and the REM sleep, it takes about 2 hours, and then you go again, and then you go again, and then you have completed the 6 hours or 8 hours of sleep. Okay, whichever way you put it, sleep is very important. I usually will say this: if you are not sleeping, don't keep quiet. If you are not sleeping, say out, talk out, let somebody help you, because you can damage yourself and really damage your life by not sleeping well. Now, what are the things that one needs to do in order to sleep well? What are the things? So we'll talk about the things that you should not do in the first place. The things that you should not do in the first place. Sorry about that. I needed to pick up something that fell off me. Now, what are the things that you should not do? Avoid things that take away your sleep. Avoid things that take away your sleep. Avoid heavy metals, abuse and use of heavy metals. Okay, very important. Also, avoid use and abuse of heavy meals. Heavy meals, particularly. Don't eat heavy before sleep. It's so important. If you eat heavy before sleep, all night your tummy is trying to settle, to clear the debris of what you have eaten, and then your body will be too active. That's the word. So eat light at night. Let your major food be somewhere in the afternoon. Avoid things like caffeine, avoid alcohol, avoid nicotine, avoid cheese, chocolate, sweet things. Generally, sweet things keep you active. I'm sure we know that. That's why we encourage, don't give children sweet things, because it makes them overactive. Sweet things also make adults overactive. So anything sweet, sugars, sugar canes, all those sweet things, stay away from them. Stay away from them generally, and then stay away from them particularly towards night. Also, things that are made out of wheat and flour, stay away from them. Reduce your eating of animal proteins. We said eat fish, and then eat very little animal proteins. Okay, things that are sweet, including sweet fruits, remove them or reduce them drastically. Stay away from flour and wheat-based foods, and then stop using MSGs, chemical spices, to cook your food. Very, very important. Okay, so eat less heavy. We have also established that eat less heavy, and then also pay attention to yourself. There are some foods that your body reacts to regularly. Whenever you eat them, you are not able to sleep. So the night you are not able to sleep, recall the things that you ate the last day, the previous day. It may be a pointer to what you should not be eating the next time. Okay. Also avoid the use of nasal decongestants. Avoid the use of nasal decongestants at night. They make you not to be able to sleep. Now there are some things you need to do, some psychological things you need to do in order to gain your sleep back or to be able to sleep well continually. Number one, use your bedroom only for sleep. Only for sleep, and then maybe love making and sex and all that. Use your bedroom only for that. Don't take walk to your bedroom. Don't watch TV in your bedroom. Don't read in your bedroom. Okay, the idea behind that is that your mind will be conditioned. Once you enter your bedroom, your brain begins to tell your body that it is time to sleep. Okay, it helps. It's mentally, it conditions your brain. Okay, as a matter of fact, that's why God alternates light with darkness. When the sun is going down and darkness is falling, your body begins to release an hormone called melatonin. And melatonin, the work of melatonin is to help us to fall asleep and to sleep well. Okay, so when day is going and night is coming, it prepares your mind. It reminds your brain. Your brain begins to say, now it's time to sleep. And then your brain, a part of your brain called the pineal gland, begins to secrete hormone melatonin, getting you prepared to sleep. So there are other things also you need to do in order to stimulate your brain ready to sleep. Part of it is reserving your bedroom only for sleep. Very important. Also, use other things in your bedroom that can help you sleep well. For instance, we have said don't take TV to your bedroom. Don't have a radio in your bedroom. Don't have all those extra noises in your bedroom. Very important. If possible, don't take your phone to your bedroom. Okay, leave your phone somewhere, leave it off, leave it on airplane mode somewhere, so that you can sleep very well. Also have white noises, sources of white noise. What is a white noise? I will describe it. I can't define it. I will only describe it. The kind of noise that a fridge or a freezer gives. A fridge. That kind of noise. That's the same noise that an AC gives. That's the same noise that a good fan, not a fan that is broken, a good fan, that's the same noise. That kind of noise. That noise has been found to be some form, to constitute some form of lullaby to help us sleep better. So you can have a good fan in your room. You can put on your AC if you have one, and there may be a small fridge there that will just be making that noise. Those things help you to sleep. Remove lights like television, like the bulb and all that. Try and sleep in the dark. That's what I'm saying. It's so very important. Try and sleep in the dark. Get used to it. Some people can't sleep in the dark. The dark encourages your brain to release melatonin. What are the other things that can help you to sleep very well? When you have gone to sleep and you cannot sleep, do not just stay in bed. If you are there, 30 minutes, sleep has not come, don't just stay in bed. You can walk around. You can walk around the house, walk around the room, and just pray in tongues or something, or just pray or meditate. When you feel as if the sleep has come back, go back to sleep. Do not just lie there in bed, okay? And then go to bed only when you are feeling sleepy. Go to bed only when you are feeling sleepy. Keep a regular sleep and wake cycle. Keep a regular sleep and wake time. Have a regular time by which you go to sleep. It's so important. And then also try and wake up at a particular time. What it helps you do is for your body to have a definite circadian rhythm, how your body sleeps, the sleep pattern of your body. So if you go to bed by 9, for instance, once it's getting to 9, your brain starts telling your body it's time to sleep. Okay, I don't envy people who do night shifts or who do shift jobs. They don't have perfect circadian rhythms, and And usually it can create a whole lot of things. It can create a whole lot of things. Okay, so keep a regular sleep-wake cycle, and then sleep in the dark. We have talked about it. Exercise in the evenings, very important. Exercise in the evenings. Exercise in the evenings. You know, when you exercise in the evenings, it helps you to be a bit more tired, and then you go to sleep. I mean, some people do not suggest that, but I've seen it work for me and many of my clients. After dinner around 7, take a mild exercise. Just walk around or something for like 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Come back, shower, use hot water to shower if you care, and then try and sleep. You see the sleep will come faster. So take a hot bath, and then you can use essential. If you have a good bathtub, you can plug the water and then let it be warm or hot, and then add some essential oils like chamomile oil or valerian root oil or passion flower oil. All those things relax you and they help you to sleep better. Make your bedroom very comfortable. It's important. Let your bedroom be very comfortable. Okay, do not let your bedroom be too stuffy. Okay, do not let there be too many loads and many things. Make the bedroom comfortable and well ventilated. It helps you to sleep better. And then your bed also, if it is old, change it. If it is cranky, change it. If it is if having a good bed or a good bedroom is an investment into your health. It's an investment into your health. Okay, deal with worries. Learn to deal with worries. Okay, learn to deal with your emotions generally. Learn not to take things overnight. Whatever you know, the word of God says, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Learn not to take things overnight. He said, do not be angry and sin not, and do not let your anger go with you to bed, and all those kind of things. I think also, do not let your worry go with you to bed. Once you want to sleep, just discard it and then go to sleep, and then wake up to a bright new day in which you will see the fresh favor of Jehovah. Okay, so you can also use melatonin supplements. We'll talk about it. And then if you snore, you can try sleeping on your side. And then if you snore, maybe you are overweight. If you lose some weight, you will be able to sleep better. All right, now, what are the things that can help you sleep well? The herbs and supplements. Okay, 5-hydroxytryptophan can help you sleep very well, and also 5-hydroxy-L-tryptophan, 5-HTP and 5-HL TP. These are supplements. All the supplements, you can have access to them. If you call in and make inquiries, you can have access to them. Also, calcium, magnesium taken at night can help you sleep better. Melatonin supplements, the hormone I talked about earlier, you could get the supplements. They can help you to sleep better. All right, and then taking vitamin B complex, fortified vitamin B complex, especially when you take it alongside inositol, it helps you. And inositol enhances REM sleep. Inositol enhances that productive stage of sleep that we all must get to every night when we sleep. Okay, there are other things that can help your sleep. Niacinamide and then ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is a good antioxidant and it can help your sleep. Zinc also helps you to battle insomnia. It helps you to overcome insomnia. There are herbs that can help you to overcome insomnia. There are so many of them. There's chamomile, there's California poppy, there's catnip. Chamomile and catnip particularly, they are mild and they can even be used with children. There's hops, there's kava, there's lemon balm, there's passion flower, there's skullcap, valerian root, chamomile and all that. All this can help you have better sleep. They can help you have better sleep. Do not forget, we are not prescribing, we are just saying this for information's sake. There are things that can help you sleep. They are not addictive, they are not drugs. Unlike the drugs, what makes the drugs addictive is that the drugs, when they have been broken down, usually will have some other things that when drugs are broken down, or let me put it this way, drugs are made up of the active ingredients, and then the products of metabolism, or that's the product of their being broken down. Usually, many times, the product of their being broken down are the ones that have side effects. Call it an addiction or several other things that they do. Okay, but the difference between herbs and drugs or supplements is that these are the real thing that causes it, that has those effects, desirable effects in your body. For instance, there is an extract called gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA. You find it in Calma. When you take Valium, for instance, it gets broken down to GABA. But you can go and then GABA plus other metabolites that make Valium addictive. That's why it is a restricted drug. Okay, but you can get GABA. GABA is something you can get across the counter, and then it can help you to sleep better. I say it again: if you are not sleeping, say out, talk out. Don't not be sleeping and continue to keep quiet. Very important. Do not forget, we have not prescribed. We have only given these as information so that you can know that there's something to do about your situation, because not sleeping can lead to any other thing. It can lead to cancer, it can lead to hypertension, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to mental illness, it leads to several other things, depression, all manners of things. It leads to suicide sometimes. So if you're not sleeping, say out. Let's know how to help you, and then you can contact us. If you want to reach us, you can contact us on this number, especially via WhatsApp and SMS. It's better, you can reach us faster and more effectively through WhatsApp or SMS. If you are trying to call us and speak to us, it may take you longer time. All right. There are many other things that we can do for you, but if you want to use all these things, you need to talk to your doctor first. Get a clearance from your doctor. Ask your doctor whether you will be able to, you are good to use these things, and if they say yes, you can contact us. We can help you source them. All right. Before I go, I would like to talk to you about our books, and then maybe before I talk about our books, I would like to talk to you from the book of life. Okay. We live in a very difficult time in the world right now. Very extremely difficult. People are afraid for their lives. And the other day I was doing a devotion with my children, and we read the part of Luke where Jesus was saying about all the things that will come upon the earth. And then in one of the verses he said, the heart of men will fail them for fear of the things that are coming upon the earth. I've seen the number of anxiety disorders and depression I've seen lately is something else. People are afraid for life. They are afraid for their daily living. They are afraid all manners of things. Wickedness multiplying everywhere. I just wanted to tell you that in the midst of all this, you can enjoy peace. You can enjoy peace if you allow the Prince of Peace to come into your heart. If you can be at peace. You can be at peace. Jesus said, he said in the world you will have tribulations. He said, but let your heart be at rest, because I have overcome the world. Be cheerful, because I have overcome the world. He has overcome on our behalf. So whatever is falling on the head, we are exempt from it. We are spared from it. All right. I've done this for 30-something years of my life, and in all I can say, like the psalmist said in one of the places, he said, I've been young and I've old, and I've not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. Okay, you can come into that relationship with him. He can be resident in your life. Okay, so many things, especially if you live in the part of the world where I live, all manners of uncertainty, man's injustice against man, all kinds of things. People are being killed, dying every day and all that. And it just makes me happy that one has his life insured somewhere. He told them, he said, you may be in this world, but you are not of this world. Okay, so that's reassuring. It's reassuring. It takes fear away from my heart. It takes fear away from the heart of people who are like me. Okay, we know that this where we are right now is not the only place we will ever be. It's not even the permanent. It's just a phase. The real life starts after now. The real life starts after now. Okay, so you can give Jesus a chance in your life. You can try him out. Okay, you can give your life to him and let him be your Lord and personal Savior. All right, I just thought I should share that with you. There are some of our books here, and then there's Reversing Hypertension and Cardiovascular Diseases Naturally. Very powerful book, Reversing Hypertension and Cardiovascular Diseases Naturally. This one says Reversing Depression Naturally. How to reverse depression naturally. See, people, you do not have to continue to be depressed and be overrun with anxiety. You can be at peace. I'm telling you, you can be at peace. You can be at peace. And then this one says Reversing Depression Naturally. Reversing Depression naturally. How to reverse depression naturally. And then there's another one. It says make your food your medicine. Make your food your medicine. And then we have this, I call it our flagship. All right, sickness free fail-proof protocols for regaining and retaining health. All these books, you can order them. We can send them to you, whichever part of the country you are in. We can send them to you. We can also send all these supplements and everything that you have heard here. We can send them to you. I forgot to mention that oats is very powerful. Oats actually contains tryptophan. So a good meal of oat at night, not too heavy, light, can also add to your food. So in case you need to know where to get oats, you can use it as cereal. They can help you meal it. You can use it to make swallow. If you just contact us, you will also be able to get them. Thank you so very much for listening. Thank you. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to turn on your notification. Let's take if you find this material useful and other materials, why not just send it to somebody, and let's see how long or how far we can go in trying to rid the world of sickness and of suffering and of pain and anxiety and depression. Thank you so much for watching. All right, do not forget our YouTube page. Where you are right now is Dr. Chris Williams, and there are several others, several other topics, titles that you can look for on the internet. There's several others, literally close to 20 of them, and weekly we are updating on that. God bless you. Bye bye.